In the mid-1960s, Yvon Chouinard and Doug Tompkins met over a business deal. These two young men both shared a love for adventure and a passion for all things outdoors. But they also had one more thing in common. They would each go on to found outdoor gear companies that would become juggernauts in their field. For Chouinard, it was Patagonia, and for Tompkins, it was the North Face. Both companies were born from a love of exploration and a passion for trustworthy gear, but their paths quickly diverged. Chouinard kept Patagonia private and incrementally grew the company into a brand that is passionate not only about good gear, but also about the environment and ethical practices. Tompkins, on the other hand, sold the North Face in 1966 for $50,000, and the company transformed into a $2 billion publicly traded corporation over the next 50 years. And it constantly straddles the line between a hunt for profits and staying true to its outdoor adventuring roots. Considering these two diverging paths, I've always wondered whether the North Face has retained the same attention to the environment and ethical production as other sustainable leaders in the outdoor industry like Patagonia or Cotopaxi. And if you're looking to buy new gear, is it worth it to buy the North Face over other similar brands? The best way to understand the North Face's environmental approach is through its manufacturing and production processes. That's where, according to the company itself, 85% of their apparel's environmental impact comes from. The North Face produces a wide range of clothing lines, from streetwear and t-shirts to full-body Everest-tested snowsuits that look like wearable sleeping bags. But the North Face never seems to be a leader in the field of sustainability. Rather than pushing the boundaries of what a for-profit company can do in terms of environmentalism and ethics, they follow in the footsteps of those that do. For example, in 2000, Patagonia became the first brand to start using textile manufacturers certified by BlueSign, which seeks to minimize the harmful environmental effects of clothing supply chains. 10 years later, the North Face began to partner with BlueSign certified manufacturers. And again, in 2013, Patagonia and Fjällräven announced their transition to only using cruelty-free down for their jackets. And a year later, in October 2014, the North Face followed suit. So, while the North Face's environmental practices are improving, they aren't necessarily innovating and discovering new ways to lessen their impact. And part of this might be driven by a need to keep profits high in order to appease shareholders, because the costs of environmentally ethical actions in the eyes of a multi-billion-dollar company often outweigh the benefits. This trend is also present in dealing with waste after their apparel leaves the North Face store. The North Face has started to ramp up initiatives to prevent unnecessary textile waste in the landfill, like in-store clothing receptacles for used North Face gear, or the recently launched pilot of a program called the North Face Renew, which takes used gear, refurbishes it, and then sells it at a pretty high price point. They even have a lifetime guarantee for their products. But that guarantee quickly falls apart when you look at the fine print. Their warranty only really protects against factory defects and not general wear and tear, which is how most gear gets damaged. So once again, the North Face does have some solid environmental practices and initiatives, but unfortunately they're still caught between two interests: making sure their quarterly profits are on the up and up, and making sure they are creating environmentally ethical clothing. So, is the North Face worth your money? For me, no, not really. Honestly, the most environmentally conscious purchase is nothing at all, or buying something used, if anything. But if I had to choose a sustainable brand, it wouldn't be the North Face. They seem to be held back by a constant need to boost profits and expand their brand, in ways that brands like Patagonia or Fjällräven might not be. Ultimately, for an outdoor retail brand that commands a large chunk of the industry, the North Face has an opportunity to challenge its competitors to excel as much as a for-profit company can in terms of sustainability. But just looking at the company's actions in the last couple of years, the North Face only seems to be waiting for the tide to drag them along. Hey team, Charlie here. Thanks so much for watching, and thank you to the thousands of new people who subscribed in the past week. This video is brought to you by my supporters on Patreon. If you want to join their awesome ranks and help this channel spread its message, head on over to Patreon where you can get access to all sorts of goodies for essentially the cost of one coffee a month. Again, thank you so much for your support, and I'll see you on Tuesday with the news.